What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is WFX back again with analysis video. Haven't seen you guys in a while because the videos I've been doing lately are more like just a screen. No, you won't be able to see me, at least on TikToks or something. But now I decided to show my face again, and we're gonna do some interesting analysis on US30, some key points that I want to pinpoint throughout the video, so stay tuned to see my point of view. Once again, this whole video is going to be my point of view to the markets, my point of logic, and my side of logic that goes towards the markets. As always, I do not like to try to guess or try to have feelings towards the market. What I like to do is just basically look at the markets with a poker face, look at the facts that I see, and trade based off facts rather than just the feelings. So this is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. Hope you enjoy it. Stick through the video. And once again, if you like my videos and if you enjoy my content, you can always hit that subscribe button and the like button. So let's get to it. Right, as you can see, everyone on my screen can see US30 chart, and this is what I'm going to be looking at. I might be looking at gold as well if the analysis doesn't take too long. But I'm going to start with US30 because there are some interesting points that I want to make. And yeah, so as always, what I like to do is I like to start out on the monthly time frame and kind of try to look for and see what's going on in the markets. So as you can see, the price has been going down for a while now. We have monthly time frame, so each candle represents 1 month. And in this example, we can see that for months the price was dropping, but it wasn't nothing like crazy, you know. It was more like, as you can see here, like it's not like a straight down move. But the fact is that we are on the way down, and also the previous monthly candle closed engulfing bearish. Right now, very important thing I want to pinpoint is, let's look to the left a little bit, and I think we can all agree and we all see this beautiful, huge support on the left. Now, I might sound crazy to say, even though that we had this bearish momentum, that we're gonna like bounce from here, but this is a potential scenario because of this support. This is a monthly time frame. This is not a 5 minute, this is not 1 hour time frame support. It's not even daily, it's a monthly support, so it is very significant. And now on those monthly time frames, even though you see a strong momentum to the downside, you will see, if we look in the past, that even though you have big bearish candles, but if the price finds its support, it can bounce right away, and it can bounce significantly. So throughout this analysis, I want everyone to have in mind that we have this support that still has not yet been broken. Previously, I had the support right here, and I think it was throughout the summer. Once the price approached this, I started looking for longs. I also called out the support, and what happened next? The price eventually went higher for the whole month. Of course, we had a nice wick to the upside and another move to the downside. So what we also can do actually is we can pull out some Fibonacci tools to see, yeah, look at this, how beautifully the price is bouncing and moving around 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know why my screen recorder is like that, but this is another like important thing. Now, even though we have like this support, we cannot forget all this bearish move and all the crazy fundamental news that's going on in the markets. So what's other thing that I like to do when I am on the monthly time frame? I like to pinpoint and mark up my magnet zones. So I always like to do that with the line chart, so it's easier. So we remove all this noise of the wicks and stuff like that, and we could just use this as our chart. So I think we can all agree that these are pretty good, nice looking magnet zones on the monthly time frame. We do have respect here. Of course, if we pull that, we had respect here. Now the price is respecting here, respect here, respect here, and respect here, and support all the way through here. Even if I pull out a candlestick chart, we can see that has been respected. Now, once I drop to the weekly, I like to do the same thing, but make some adjustments on the magnet zones. So these are going to be my adjustments. And we can also find some more magnet zones. Now it's the weekly time frame. So if you think these gaps are significantly small, these are weekly time frames. These are a lot of pips. You can catch a lot of moves in between of these market magnet zones, how I like to call them, right? Now, what's the magnet zone? Very quickly, I want to explain what is a magnet zone for me. So basically, it is really hard to get lost in the charts when only thing that you're looking at is 4 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute time frame. It's easy to get lost in what's the overall market direction, could be our next potential reversal point or a target point. Now, doing these magnet zones help me to indicate of what's my next bias and what's my next expected move throughout the longer term, such as, for example, for this whole week or for this whole month. So now if we look at examples once again, and we see that the price approached the magnet zone and started rejecting it right here, now we can expect that the price is going to continue down and continue down to the next magnet zone. Now, if the next magnet zone is broken, now we can expect the move to the next magnet zone, and so on. So if we broke above, what's going to be our overall bias? That the price, the whales, and the whole movement will be towards the next magnet zone. And now once we drop to the lower time frames, we can look for those entries, we can look for those zones after we set our overall bias. Now let's drop to the daily time frame. And on the daily time frame, what I like to do is I like to mark up support and resistance zones. So every time I have support and resistance, it shows me that, as let's say I'm in long trade and the price is approaching resistance, that shows me that now I need to pay close attention to see how the price reacts to that zone, so I can manage my position accordingly. Now, if we break through that resistance, then I can hold the trade. If we start rejecting it, I can either close partials or close my full position. So basically, those support and resistance zones are basically a warning and zones of interest for me on when and how I manage my trade. So right away, I think this is pretty solid, right? Resistance. Maybe we can move this up a little bit like this. I think this is a solid statement of a resistance. Now, if we look in the past, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. We can see all the wicks. I don't know why it's like that. I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to fix it. But I mean, rejections, fake out, rejections, 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 huge move to the upside. This is daily time frame. Once again, 3 days of rejection, 1 day of rejection, 3 days of rejection, and then move to the downside. So we have a strong resistance right here. Also, that is close to our magnet zone. So now that's another example. If we have rejection of the magnet zone and on top of that we have rejection of the daily resistance, what could be our next expected move is this right here, magnet move. And then we see if it rejects, then the next move is here. If it breaks, then the next move is here. Very, very simple and makes a lot of sense. Has been working for me for a very long time. Okay, on the daily, this is definitely a support right here, as well as, you know, magnet zone. I mean, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of rejection. So this is going to be my support, daily support. This is going to be my daily resistance. and this is going to be my daily resistance. So we have one support. I'm not going to go all the way left, look for support zones here. We do have some here and here. So basically I can mark this up as well. Pretty solid support level. So we have marked up the weekly magnet zones, and we have marked up support and resistances on the higher time frame. Now we set our overall bias. Okay, so we look at the charts and we see bearish momentum. We see overall market direction to the downside with the market structure of lower lows and lower highs. We have overall bearish momentum. We have daily resistance that's being respected, also the magnet zone. And then we have weekly and monthly magnet zone and support. So what's my overall bias? My overall bias, since we are in the middle between the zones, I'm not going to be looking for anything unless we come here and reject this once again, or we come here and reject this. And while we are in the middle, I'm not going to be touching my trading position buttons, because when the price is in the middle of something, it can do whatever it wants before touching those zones. So it is very risky at that point. Your highest probability trades are only when you're trading off the key market levels. Dropping to the 4 hour time frame, nothing much here. We can also pull out a Fibonacci tool, look at this retracement. One of the fibs are being respected nicely. We have inverted head and shoulders here on this zone as well. This could have been a nice trade. Of course, we took a trade here on US 500. It's running in profit, but we're back at US 30. So we'll see how it goes. On the 2 hour time frame, let's see what we have. This is a nice demand, but once again, I'm not comfortable looking positions once we're in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for the price to either touch one of these zones and then use the market structure of this move to the downside, which is right here. So the price action that's going on could be a potential formation of a supply or demand. So now if I use this as my supply, since the price is below it at the moment, what we can do is we can either wait for the price to come down here, break above, retest, and then continue to look for longs and to our next magnet or our daily resistance. Or if the price moves up from here, rejects this daily demand, closes below, then we can look for shorts with from this supply right here. So basically we have two scenarios. All we need to do is wait. It is very nice and simple. Once again, I'm gonna explain this again. If we drop below, we respect our monthly magnet zone and daily support. We break above our supply. If the retest happens, we can take for longs. So this could be a pretty nice trade, really nice move. It's, 1,000 points. So it could be two trades. So this move, or if the price from this point, for example, respects this fib, comes here, rejects, breaks below the demand, and then we can take this move. So we have two potential moves, two potential scenarios. It's Monday, it's early in the week. We don't need to rush anything. Maybe the setup does not confirm today. Maybe it does. All we have to do is wait and, see what happens. So I really like what's going on here. Now, I do prefer this setup to the downside because of all the bearish momentum that's going on. But my trading system is built that way that I don't care about it. It's just if I see a setup, I take it. And I know that the numbers are going to do its thing and overall probabilities are going to do its thing and we're going to be fine. So basically, yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking for today. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Once again, everything that I just did is very similar that we did on US30 is very similar to US 500 or S&P or NASDAQ, and you can do same type of analysis to your gold and forex pairs. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, click that subscribe button, help us grow. Look for the links in my bio, in my description for Instagram. I post a lot of TikTok reels, educational stuff. If you enjoyed, thank you for watching. It was AviFX. Peace.